Hey everybody, so it's time for another Hockey 101 video, and I will say that if you have been watching hockey for a long time or you know hockey, this one is going to be definitely basic for you, and if you don't want to watch it, I completely understand. This is definitely a video for people new to hockey who are just learning about it and are just learning the rules. This video is about offsides and icing. So these are things that happen all the time in hockey games, multiple times every game, and you'll see it a lot. They're not too complicated of rules, and you'll definitely pick up on them quickly when watching hockey. So I guess we'll start with offsides. Here I have part of the neutral zone and a little bit part of the offensive zone, because this is the most important area on the ice as far as these two things are concerned. So here's center ice. This is the red line right here. This is the blue line right here. We have face-off dots, circles. The basic setup of this part of the ice. So offsides. Simplified, there's now, of course, like everything, there's plenty of more intricate, complex details surrounding the rule. But the basic rule is that a player on the offensive team, the attacking team, so whose offensive zone this is, they cannot cross the blue line before the puck does. So let's say the puck's right there. This guy is offsides. He is across the blue line before the puck has gone into the zone. And when it comes down to it, basically, that's the whole rule. An offensive player cannot cross the blue line before the puck does. Now, the NHL now uses tag-up offsides, which is a little bit different than the old rule. The old rule, if you go back before the 2005 lockout, was basically, let's say there's an offensive player right here in the zone. There's an offensive player out here with the puck outside the zone, and he shoots the puck in. Basically, the whistle would blow as soon as the puck crossed the blue line. Puck crossed the blue line, a player was already there. Offsides, plays dead. Now the NHL and most hockey leagues at this point have tag-up offsides, which is a little bit different. So the way tag-up offsides works, it gives this player who is in an offside position right now, he's crossed the blue line before the puck has, it gives him the opportunity to tag up and get back onside. So now when this player shoots the puck into the offensive zone, when this guy's already crossed the blue line, the whistle doesn't blow immediately. It's offsides, but the whistle doesn't blow. And this guy is given the opportunity to skate back out into the neutral zone. And as long as every player on the offensive team is in the neutral zone after this puck has gone in, they've tagged up, so they're back on sides, and then they can go back into the offensive zone and get the puck, or try and get the puck. So that was just a way to cut down on whistles and cut down on offsides calls, because they interrupt the flow of the game, obviously. So this gives a team the opportunity to tag up once they've gone offsides. Now, this is only when you dump the puck in. If this guy skates the puck in when this guy's already across the blue line, it's offsides. As soon as the offensive team touches the puck in the offensive zone on an offside play, the play's blown dead for offside. So even if he is in the process of tagging up, or if this guy crosses the zone before he gets out of the zone, it's still offsides. And this is where it can get a little more complicated than just the basic rule. But it all comes down to everyone on the offensive team has to come in the zone after the puck is already into the zone. That's the basic idea of offsides. Now, another thing that kind of makes it a little more complicated is a player carrying the puck. If you have possession of the puck but skate into the zone before the puck, it seems like it would be offsides, but it's not, because you have possession of the puck. So let's say no one is in the offensive zone, and this guy right here is skating this way towards the offensive zone, and he gets a pass that's a little bit behind him. So he reaches back, and the puck's back there, and maybe even turns around to catch the pass. He gets possession of the puck in the neutral zone and has the puck, but skates backwards into the offensive zone. Technically, his feet went into the offensive zone before the puck did, but it's not offsides because he has possession of the puck. So that's one of the major exceptions to the offsides rule, is if a player has possession of the puck, that particular player is allowed to go into the zone before the puck. But that's an exception, and that makes things even more complicated. But the basic idea of offsides is the attacking team no player can go in the zone before the puck does. The puck has to be the first thing into the offensive zone, and that's the basic idea of offsides. Now, icing is when you shoot the puck all the way down the ice from behind the red line. So let's say we have a player here, and he dumps the puck all the way down the ice behind the goal line. Has to go behind the goal line. That's a key to icing. Then the other team can get, as long as the defensive team beats the offensive team to the puck, it's icing, and that's a whistle. So the NHL now has hybrid icing, which means it's not. The old rule was it was a race to the puck behind the goal line. Whatever team got to the puck first and touched the puck. If the defensive team touched the puck first, it was icing. If the team that dumped it all the way down got to the puck first and touched it, the icing got waved off. It wasn't icing. A lot of injuries came from that because you had two guys skating full speed at the end boards, and that ended up in a lot of injuries. Now, some leagues in college, I'm not sure if college still has no touch icing or if they've switched to hybrid, but I know that college used to have no touch icing, which basically there was no race for the puck. If you shot the puck all the way down behind the goal line from behind the center ice line, it was icing. No matter who got to it first, there was no race to the puck. Hybrid icing is a mix of those two. Basically, the race is to the face-off dots. That's where the race is to now. So instead of having players racing full speed towards the end boards, you have them racing full speed to the dots. And basically, whichever team's player gets to the dots first wins the race. Even though the puck's behind the goal line way down here, if the offensive team gets there first, the icing's waved off. If the defensive team gets there first, it's icing, the whistle blows, and the face-off goes all the way back down to the other end. What else here as far as icing's concerned? Icing can be waved off if the goaltender goes out to play the puck, or even if he doesn't play the puck, as long as he makes any attempt to leave the crease or go towards the puck, icing gets waved off. If any player on the defensive team has the ability to play the puck, but chooses not to, then the icing gets waved off. So if he shoots the puck down here, but there's a defenseman on the other team sitting right here, it's not going to be icing because he could have easily played that puck. He just chose not to. So the icing gets waved off. It's no icing. Another thing is if the defenseman doesn't skate hard enough after the puck, it's not icing. So let's say the puck is barely going to reach the goal line and he slows way down to make sure that it gets there. They'll just wave the icing off because he's not putting in any effort towards to go get the puck. Also, like I said, the puck has to cross the goal line. If it doesn't reach the goal line, at this end, it doesn't matter where you shot it from down here. It's not icing if it doesn't cross the goal line. Now, one thing that I would change if I was the NHL and that I would like to see changed is I would like to see icing only be if you shoot it from your own end. So instead of the red line at center ice being the line to use for where icing begins, I would use the blue line in this zone. So it's not on this board, but it's basically the opposite of this blue line, just over here. So basically you only wouldn't be able to shoot the puck from your defensive zone all the way down, because I am so sick and tired of watching games get interrupted and the whistle blowing and stopping the flow of the game because this guy was like half a stride behind the red line instead of getting to the red line when he dumped the puck. It's just stupid. Like, who cares? Keep the game moving. Keep things rolling. Even if he dumps it all the way down from here, that's fine. If he dumps it from... So, like, what's the difference? If the puck's here, it's not icing. But if the puck's here, it is. Is that, 2-3 feet of ice really going to make that big of a difference? I would move the icing line back to the far blue line. So the defensive blue line would be the icing line. And I get that you would have the same close calls at the blue line as you would at the red line. You'd have, guys not get quite to the blue line and you get the same stupid whistles. But there'd be a lot less of them because teams get the puck into the neutral zone, a lot more than they do get it, into the offensive part of the zone. So you just have less whistles because, it's one thing not to get to the red line. It's a lot harder not to get out of your own blue line. So I just think you'd see less dumping the puck. Or no, you'd see more dumping the puck from here in this part of the neutral zone, sure. But you can get in on a forecheck from there. Not many guys fire the puck all the way down the ice from their own blue line. And I don't think that'd be a problem. I just think you'd see a lot less whistles if they made the icing line the blue line rather than the red line. And I'm all for less whistles and less interruptions in the flow of play. So I'd like to see the icing line moved, but that will probably never happen. One last thing about icing. You cannot ice the puck when you're on the penalty kill. So if you have less players, if you're shorthanded, meaning you have a player in the penalty box, and you have less players on the ice than the other team, you cannot ice the puck. So you can shoot the puck down all the way down the whole ice from anywhere you want. Your own zone, the neutral zone, anywhere you want. There is no icing when you're on the penalty kill. So that's just one of the other complexities of the icing rule. So that's icing and offsides. They're not super complicated rules. They do have some more. When you get into the details of them, they certainly get more and more complex the more you look into them. But for the most part, they're fairly simple rules. Offsides is basically a player cannot beat the puck into the offensive zone. The puck has to be the first thing to cross the blue line into the offensive zone. In icing, you cannot shoot the puck from behind the red line all the way down the ice to beyond the other goal line, or else it's icing. You can on the penalty kill. That's the only exception. And I would like to see the icing rule be changed to where the defensive blue line is the icing line, not the red line at center ice. I'd like to see less icing calls, and especially those stupid ones where the guy was like a foot away, but he didn't quite get there, so they call it icing. Less whistles, less stopping the flow of the game. That would be better. So I'd like to see that moved, but it's probably not going to happen. So that's icing and offsides. I hope you learned something from this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media, check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links in the description below. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative, and I'll talk to you guys soon.